everybody hear me? Can you hear me from here? Or can you hear me more from here? How are we doing, Pete? I'm not sure why it's giving such a sort of stroby image. I'm a bit unsure as to why that's happening. How we doing? God, why is that gone? How we doing? God, why is that gone? How we doing? God, why is that gone? How we doing? Oh, turn that down. I'm not sure how to fix the strobiness of everything. Normally that happens when it's not bright enough, but it's pretty bright in here at the minute, if I'm honest. I don't know if it's to do with the camera settings or what. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just try something. And that has made no difference whatsoever. Hold on. Right now, I think I might have solved it. Does that look better? Yes, that looks much better. It's still a little bit off, but it's yeah, it's better than what it was. How's everybody doing? Has everybody had a nice day? It's yeah, we're going to be I wasn't going to do a live stream tonight, but to be honest, I thought, you know, I'm going to be in here. I just fancy a chat, so I thought I'd invite you all along. Right, so what we're doing today is I'm working on my Ripsaw sign that I'm doing for somebody. I need to do the bolts. And I was struggling. I was trying to cut them out by hand. And I just couldn't get like a perfectly circle shape. And it was really annoying me that it wasn't perfectly shaped. So I scoured the eBay and purchased some hole cutters. And I thought this would probably be the best option. So I've got all varying sizes. And I thought if I literally just drill through some EVA foam, it should create me a nice circle, hopefully. I'm hoping that's what will happen. It could just tear the foam to shreds and just make a big mess, but, you know, we'll give it a go and see what happens. So this is happening live on here right now. I've not pre-done any of this. So it's going to go one or two ways. So here is my template that I made earlier. And I need to find the right size piece for that. And that looks about damn it. Unless we've got one that's slightly bigger in here that might give me a little wiggle room to play with. No, that's way too big. That's too small. So that one it is. It's probably a little bit on the small side, but you know, it's close enough. It's close enough. I doubt someone's going to get out a tape measure and find out if I've made it exactly to scale. But how is everybody doing in the chat? Andy, Pete, Theme Park Force, your score, Finley. Who else we got? NF Attractions and John. It should look pretty good. I'm quite excited by this. Once I've got these rivets on, I can start sort of making it look a bit sort of rugged and rusted and yeah, how it's supposed to look. And then once we've done this, I'm then going to move on to the blade and make it all spinny and stuff and all that goodness. So it's also going to be a light as well. So I'm excited for that. All right, let me check how this set works. Everything's covered in like an oil, which is really helpful because I really want oil all over my hands when I'm handling this. I think that's how you do it. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time I've got this set out, so we can learn together. Unless someone in the comments knows how these work. That fits something like that. No, that way. That's opposite thread. Of course it is. Because if it wasn't, it would just undo itself and fly off. Yes, there will be a motor on this one. Again, it'll be a motor that I've stolen from a child's toy because that's what I do. And it's a lot cheaper than buying a specific motor for this because, yeah, motors, I don't know if you've ever tried to buy a motor, but they're expensive and there's a lot to choose from. Like the slower they spin, the more expensive they are. And obviously I don't want one spinning at like 3,000 RPM because it will either one, hurt somebody, or two, it will just destroy whatever I put on it. Right, let's have a go with this and see what happens. So I've got a drill. Just my old reliable Bosch. See if this is going to play ball with me. I really should invest in because that is not level for toffee. It's got a right good wobble on it. It's going to make the hole slightly smaller than what I wanted it, but never mind. Yeah, I really should invest in a big pillar drill, really, because then I'll be able to get a lot more accurate cuts. Right, let's get some foam, and I don't really want to do it straight on top of there. Let's get a scrap piece of wood. What have we got in here? I've got a whole box down there that's just basically full of offcuts, which always comes in handy. God, my workshop is a state at the minute. I'm redoing one of my bathrooms, and there's just bits everywhere. So let's have a go at this and see what happens. I think the trick is to get it spinning quite fast before you put it on the foam, because otherwise it will just tear it up. So let's have a go, see what happens. Oh dear. Yeah, this isn't good. This is where you need a pillar drill. Right, I'm just going to have to try it slowly, maybe. Yeah, this ain't going to work, is it? I don't really know how I'm going to do this, because this is just moving all over the shop. I don't think this is going to work either. Nope. That did not work. That just chewed it up and turned it into mush. This is not going well, guys. I'll be honest. I was expecting greater things than this. This is not what I was expecting. I thought, this is foolproof. This can't possibly go wrong. But it is doing. I don't really know what to do. All our time. How we doing? Right. How are we going to do this, chaps? I think if I drill a hole, I think because this is slightly off, that's not helping situations. So let's try and see if we can do this another way and get it so that it's actually sitting in properly. And that has probably made a naffle difference. That is correct. That has made absolutely naffle difference. See if I can tighten it up a bit. Let's get that. Well, that's never a good sign. Right, let's. That's better. That's better. Right, I think if I put this through a bit of wood and then use that wood as a guide, that should work. So if I switch these bits out, now that I've just tightened that up, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to have to put it in there. It's just a learning experience. Dan, how are we doing? You've caught me at a bad time, Dan. I'm trying to figure out how to make some circles out of foam with a hole cutter, and it's not going well. It's just ripping it to pieces. So yeah, look. That's my finger. See, just like that, and it nearly takes my finger with it. So yeah, good times. Good times. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and make a guide. Where are we? That might do it. That might be enough. If I can drill a hole in that to a fashion, I really should use the other bit. I'm gonna, because I like my fingers and I don't want to lose them. Yeah, I'm not doing too great at the minute, but it's all a learning experience. And I wasn't going to go live tonight, but I just thought, hey, why not? Let's share the embarrassment. That needs to come off there. Hammer. The hammer mamma. There we go. Right. So this bit has got a drill bit on it. So that means that it will drill holes a lot easier into wood and such. So that's what we're going to use. He says it doesn't actually fit. Oh, fantastic news. That's not big enough. That's not helpful. That is not helpful in the slightest. Great. So that didn't work. Let's try something else, he says. No, does that go that way? No, it goes that way. Yeah, it definitely goes that way. Right, let's put that back. We don't need that anyway. We didn't want that one anyway. We're going to go back to this one and we're going to figure this out because that's what we do. That's not going to hold a bit. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's a good idea, Pete. That is also a viable option. Hit of heat. I like that, Andy. I like that a lot. That is a good idea, and that, because I like playing with hot things, that is what we're going to do. So let me just pinch that up. Ow, that's my hand. God, I'm so bad at protecting myself. Like I think that's a bad idea. That's going to hurt, but I go and do it anyway. So yeah, that's not good. Dave, how are we doing? You're joining me at a good time. We're trying to make foam circles with hole cutters, and as you can imagine, as soon as I touch the foam with the hole cutter, it just dances around and tries to take my fingers with it. So yeah, we're just working this out. But Andy has just given me a really good idea and said heat this up and then basically just press it into the foam and it should make a circle, which it should. So that's what I'm going to try. So let's get a new bit of foam. There we go. In the foam scrap bin. Let's get that. Pop that on there because we don't want to burn the worktop. Can you see that down there? No, I'll put it there just so you guys can see it a bit clearer. Right, so we're going to basically heat this up to 1,000,000 degrees. And then I'll tell you what I'm going to get. I'm going to get probably shouldn't because this is metal as well and it's going to get very hot. But as I said, I always say this is a stupid idea and it will hurt me, but I go and do it anyway. Because that's the kind of guy I am. Right, is that going to be enough? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That'll be enough to drive it in. Let's hope my hand doesn't get too hot. Drove it through the foam on the cutter mat. Yeah, I could hammer it in. Yes, it would be better if it was smooth. You're absolutely right. But I don't know any smooth drill bits that are round. So I'm just going to play on my heat gun, basically. That's what we're going to do right now. So let's get... I'll get my big one out. Hey, that's what she said. No, that's not what she said. Right, so let's just unplug the phone charger for a bit. And let's heat this up. This is my my big boy heat gun. It has many settings and it gets so hot. See, what I did try and do is I did try and heat the end of this up first and then push it in, and it just didn't make the right size holes. So this is the next best thing. Let's swap hands because I'll need to push this in with this hand. Might get a little bit noisy, but you'll just have to bear with. These holes were with this, but they're not quite the right size. And when I tried to trim them down, they just didn't work. This is probably ruining this drill bit, just so you know. It's starting to change colour, so that normally means it's getting pretty hot. Right, so that should be pretty hot now. Oh, I'm confident with that. Let's do another one. And another one. Well, I can smell foam burning, so that's promising. I don't want to put this down now because it's really hot. Is that going to let me push that out? What if I go in there again and give it a twist? Oh, look at that. That's not pretty, but it's round. Let me try and heat it up a little bit more and try again. I'm going to move it and just go. And when it's at the bottom, just twist. Oh, look at that. Textbook. Can't get that out now, though. I need something to poke it with. I nearly touched it with my finger then. And we all know how that would have ended. Get that out with that. Oh, yeah. God, how you get. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let me just do another heat. Go. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. Right. That is a lot better than what I was getting previously. It's still, you know, there's a bit of tidying up to do around here, but I'm pretty sure I can sort that out. But that looks a lot better. It's actually, yeah, it's slightly smaller than what it needs to be, but not noticeable. So that's good. I'm pleased with that. Awesome. Right, I need to put this over here where it's not going to kill anybody or me. I'll just hang it off the side. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Right, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Right, let's get rid of this. Because that will be really hot. Let's put it over. Right. Drill, you can go away. What we got? I've missed some stuff. There's someone said it there. But why not try to heat up a cookie cutter? Yeah, see, that probably would have been the best idea. A cookie cutter is probably the way to go. But I thought, no, I want something that's serrated and looks like it's going to hurt me. So that's why I went for them. But a cookie cutter would have probably brought it out a lot cleaner, to be fair. So that's something I'm going to have to buy, I think. Just grind the ends from off. Yeah, I can do. I've got my my little rotary tool, so I'll just tidy them edge bits up with that. Sweet. Yeah. Right, so what? Actually, I need to heat seal this, don't I? Because we've got lots of furry bits in here. So what we need to do is we need to pop these bits back in. These bits that are cut out. That way. Put them in. And then basically I'm heat sealing the foam. It puts like it basically just melts the top layer and gives it a protective coating so that it just makes it harder. You can paint it. It makes it not absorb anything in the future at all. It's yeah, it's just something that you should do to your foam. I don't know how else to say it really. It doesn't have to be any sort of mad heat. It's just you can see it. I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on the camera, but you can see it sort of change color ever so slightly, like it gets a little bit of a shiny sheen on it as the top layer melts. There we go. That's that. That is fairly warm to the touch now, but yeah, it's now got like a bit of a sheen on it. I don't know if you guys can pick that up or not. John, no, I won't be finishing this. I've still got a lot to do on this. It's going to take me a little while to get this one finished. I've still got a blade to make and everything, and it's just, yeah. It's not an overly quick one, this isn't. Let's just pop. Actually, no, I want them in because I want to dirty it up and stuff. Right. What we got? Let's try and fashion something out of these. So there'll be something like that. Sort of like that. Something. Might be able to cut them in half actually. And get rid of a lot of the knobbliness off it. I think I might do that. I don't think I want them that proud. Yeah, let's cut them in half. Let's get them off. A big craft knife. So I've got a big craft knife. It's probably not the sharpest knife in the world, although you watch, I'm going to go slice my finger off now, aren't I? And I just want to try and get it as sort of level as possible without ruining what I've just made. Come on. Don't slice your fingers. We're nearly there. There. That's levelish. Doesn't look as round now, to be honest, but you know what? I've exhausted every part of this now, so this is what's happening. This is the final piece. Try and do light pressure just so it keeps the cut consistent. Oh, I'm too far back there. Right, that's not perfectly level, but it's good enough. It's good enough. It'll do the job. They're not both the same, but do they really need to be? Let me just have another go at this one, see if I can make this one a bit more like it. This is why you always do more than what you need. Well, I do anyway, because I make a lot of stuff up as I go along, so. Cool. Right, that's a bit thicker than that one, so. Good. Chuck these in the spare foam drawer. Right, so we've got them two now. So we need to stick them down, and all I'm going to use for that is just contact adhesive. I do need to put a little slit in it so it looks like a screw, but I think I'll do that once I've stuck them down because it'll be easier, because trying to hold that and then do I, don't I? I'll stick it down first. Why not? Why not? Right, let's get some of the contact adhesive. So we've got this stuff. So I need, is that cooled down enough yet? It's still pretty hot. Well, it's warm. Says me grabbing it. Probably should have loosened that off before I did that. Let's have a go, see if it's going to let me. Yeah. Probably just had some heat in it and cooled down, so the metal's contracted. All right. Put that back. Wow, that oil is well runny on there now. Put that back. Awesome. What did I do with that bit? I don't know what I did. Oh, it's too late now. It's too late. Back in the cupboard. Gonna have to make another storage unit at this rate. Right, let's get a flat-headed screwdriver. Right. A massive pot of Evo stick that it seemed to be. There we go. We've got it. We broke the seal. Very stringy. Ooh, that is strong stuff. Right, let's get. I've got it with my fingers. Let's get a little dabber. Oh, it's not going to let me have it, is it? I don't know how to let me have it. Grips. If you can't rip it off with your hands, use grips. There we go. Alright, so I've got just my little dabber, just to plop a bit on these. I'm just going to lay that next to it just as a rough reference. So I'm sort of lining them up as close to as I can, you know. It doesn't matter because I don't think people are really going to pick up on it, but I know it's there, so. Sort of there. Let me just dab a small amount. Because it is contact adhesive, so you're supposed to put one on one bit and one on another, and then let it air dry a little bit so it becomes tacky. Or matte, like that. And then put that on and it's stuck forever. Awesome. Right. Next one. Just a dab. Really doesn't need a lot. Just another little dab. So that's sort of there. Something like that. Give it a bit of an air in. And drop that bad boy on. Awesome. Right, they are on. I'm being too picky. I just need to leave it. It is what it is now. It's stuck. Just pop that lid back on. Don't want to be breathing any more of that in than what I have to. So that stuff is not good for you. Right, so I need to just give that a couple of minutes for that to go off. And then what do I need to do now? We need to sort of add a bit of texture to it and stuff, really, don't we? So let's just have a look at the Ripsaw sign. Ripsaw on towers. Right, so there's a couple of versions of this. There's one that's like really shiny and new, and then there's one that's like all sort of beaten up and rusty and also there's a couple that are quite contradicting because the blades actually spin, or they look like they spin the opposite directions, which is yeah, it took me a while to think out which one I was actually going to go for. I think, did we make it look all new, or do we make it look all beaten up? I think we make it look all beaten up. I think that would be the best move we could go for here. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. So, first things first, let's get some silver on it, and then we can sort of beat it up from there, I think would be the best option. That would be a good start. So what I'm going to need, is that dry? Nope, not even a little bit. Okay. So what we're going to need first, because no one wants paint all over the workspace. Let's get rid of some of these tools. So I've got my my silver, the same silver, my chrome, I should say, that I used on the Creek Freak Massacre blade. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty realistic silver for chrome, as much as chrome spray paint can be realistic. It's a very hard texture to get right. I don't know. I've probably been doing things like this for about probably a year now. I think a year and a bit, year and a half tops. I've been watching people make signs and stuff for many years, and I always wanted to do it, and I just sort of always kept putting it off, and then I just thought one day, you know what, just start and see what happens. Which was my 13 sign. That is, I don't know if you can see it up there. That's the first proper sign that I made. Was that 13 sign? It's leaves a lot to be desired. I've got a Fantasy Island one up there, a Nemesis one, well, which is the first light that I made. Which I look at it now and it's pretty awful, but back then I was proud of it, and it was the start of my journey. So you've got to start somewhere, and if you're not getting better, then you're not doing something right here. I swear I bought another beer in here, but I can't find where I put it. Right, I'm going to just chuck a mask on quick for this because it's nasty stuff. God, I've been in here 45 minutes already. It's crazy. Time flies when I'm in here. Having fun with all you wonderful people.
The 13-1's okay,
but I've done quite a few 13-1s since that one, for commissions for people, and they've turned out 1,000,000 times better than that first one.
Yeah, give this a whirl. Oh, another thing. This will be... Let me just open the door.
Yeah, this spray paint, it can react with the foam, but because I want it to look all beaten up and stuff, I'm totally fine with that.
I've also got some gold here, which I'm going to just put on it just to make it look a bit sort of bronzy. So that is it for that bit of initial paint. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I don't know if you can see the shininess of it. The effect.
But like I say, as far as like chrome effects go, that's not too bad. So all I've done with the gold there is just sort of hit it towards the bottom more than anywhere, just to sort of resemble some sort of rust a bit more, so that when I actually put the rust on, it will just adds another layer to it, basically. Kieran, how we doing? How's it going, my man? You keeping well? Yeah, making a Ripsaw sign. Got to wait for this to dry now. But yeah, I suppose I could start making the blade while I'm waiting for that to dry. That wouldn't be such a bad thing. Right, what I need to do is get this out of the way. Tell me about it. Going retro. Retro with the Ripsaw. Alright, let's get rid of that. Put it out of the way. Right, so I need to measure how big this is on my reference image. Let's get a tape measure. Actually, move that out of the way. Right, so that is 31, 32, 31, 32. How big does that? Yeah, we'll go 32. We'll go 32 and see what happens. It's a commission for someone, Kieran. So yeah. To be fair, I wanted to do another blade one for quite a while, and then someone said, "Yeah, can you make me a Ripsaw one?" I was like, "Yes, I can." So right, the blade. Let's do. I don't know if I've got enough of this. I think I have. It should be big enough. So this is just foam board. This is nothing special. This is the same stuff that I made the Creek Freak one out of. I'm just sort of thinking, do I really want to use this now? Because yeah, I'm going to use it. Why not? It did flex a bit on me last time, and it's a little bit sort of bent out of shape this time. But what I might do is I might get like some thin bits of metal or cement or wood and just sort of glue it to the back of it to help it keep its rigidity. Thanks, Kieran. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. All right, so we want 32. Oh, yeah, it's plenty big enough. Can I make it? I'm not going to be able to make it out of that. Ooh. Ooh. That is near as damn it 32. Good. Good. We don't like wastage if we can help it. Right, so 32 about there. Take it about there. And about there. Cool. See you later. So now we've got this. Oh God, I've got tiling grout all over this. It's what I use for my tiling. Right, so that's there. That's there. About there, do you reckon? About that. Something like, anyway. And then that is just a continuation of that. which is something like that. Yeah, nearest, damn it. This bit doesn't matter too much. Right, so what we've got is need to cut that out. That's what we need to do. We need to cut it out. Got my scalpel. Be careful with these. They are sharp as, yeah, as that. There we go. 132 by 32, which is dusty. Isn't it? Sweet. Alright, so we've got that. Put the rest of this back up here. I really need to tidy up this workshop. It's drying nicely. I probably could have put a bit more gold on that actually. But, oh well, it's done now. It is done. Right, what I need to do is I need to get some sort of template for this. Let's find the center first, because that's what we need. That's more than 32, which is a little bit annoying. Let me just squiggle where 32 is. So 16 is there. 16 is there. 16 there. Get my level again. So I'm just finding the center because it helps with this bit. There we go. Sixteen. 16. 16. Right, so we line them up. And that is a center mark. So that's where we want the middle of everything. Right, so what I need to do really is really find out the exact center of that, which I think is about there. I think. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out one of these sides and then just go for it.
That's what we're going to do. Commissions, they vary depending on what you want, whether you just want a basic sign, whether you want it to have lights, whether you want it to move. Prices start at sort of around sort of £40 for a basic sign. And then obviously the more complex, the more you want to do to it, the more it's going to cost. But yeah, I don't look to make really anything off these. I like to cover my costs, and also anything that I do make, I invest it in new tools and stuff. So it's yeah, it is what it is. Right, so that's also, if anyone wants to do anything like this, please be careful using one of these. I might make it look like I'm sort of being careless and cutting very close to myself, but I've been using one of these for probably 10 years now, so I'm sort of comfortable handling them. But if anybody is starting out with these, do be careful. Always cut away from yourself to start with until you get used to how these things act, because this will go straight through you and you won't feel it because it's that sharp. There's quite a few times I've been cutting things like in the past, and I'll be cutting away, and then all of a sudden they'll just be red everywhere, and I'm like, well, where the hell's that coming from? And then I'll sort of have to check myself to see where I've impaled myself with it. Mr. Cola Roaster, how we doing? David Rave, thanks for coming by, guys. Theme Park Awesome. Fadil, how we doing? I hope we're having a nice evening. You've joined me on a bit of a relaxed one today. I'm just making a Ripsaw sign. That's it. Going back to the classics, going retro with this bad boy. It's going to have a spinning blade and everything on it, this is. Right, so that's that side one cut out. Shout out to Raffy Sucks. He loves your videos. Well, thank you very much. How you doing, Raffy Sucks? An interesting name. But each to their own. I'm not one to judge. Right, so that how am I going to make the saw spin? With magic and wonder. No. With a very tiny motor that spins very slowly. Or as slow as sort of, yeah, as slow as I need it. Right, so that's going to be exactly. It's all the Alton Towers magic. Now close season's there. I've got it all at my disposal. That will do. Right, got my permanent marker. Put that there as a weight. And let's see if we can't put a bit of this on here. This is not my preferred method of tracing things out, but you know, it's just what I had to hand, so it's what's going to happen. I'm normally just really lazy and I get a spray paint and just go, but I'm trying not to gas myself out too much tonight. So. I don't want to have a mask on for the whole stream, do we? Coaster Connection, how are we doing? Thanks for stopping by. You've joined us for a retro sign, mate, this evening. The classic that was Ripsaw. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just say I wasn't planning on live streaming tonight, but you know, I just got the urge and thought I'd come and have a chill one and just have a chat with you lovely people. That's that bit done. Things at the worst possible time. I hope that I can get to places like Alton Towers. I'm sure you will, Dave. I'm sure you will. See, and that just follows that one lovely, so I can just continue that round. Not that you guys can see. I'll put it that way so you can see. So basically, I've started that, and then all I have to do is just line that up with the next bit, and then it will follow. Ish. and then just basically carry on, do the same round, and that will give me the circle that I need. Put the weight on. I could just grab a spray paint, to be honest, and just do this in like 5 seconds. Do I want to do that? No, but then I've got to wait for the thing to dry, and yeah, we'll just do this. Why not? Why not? I'll just try and speed it up a bit for you guys. This bit doesn't have to be perfect because, to be honest, when this thing's spinning, you're not going to know if something's not quite right with it. But I always try and get it as accurately as I can because that's just the kind of picky person I am. I'm my worst critic. Like, there's no... Even when I used to do airbrush, when I was an airbrushed artist for a living, and, you know, the customer would be over the moon with what I did, but I would always find something that I wasn't quite happy with it, which isn't... It's not a terrible trait, but it's not a good trait at times because you sort of need to, you know, appreciate what you can do and stop beating yourself up all the time. I'm going to do this side actually, just so that it's got a better chance of matching up. Need the weight on. Something like that. Something like that, anyway. That's it, Dave. That is it. But we all do need to appreciate what we can do and, you know, just enjoy ourselves a bit more. Don't be so hard on yourselves. We can only do what we can do and we can't do any more. So, you know, if you're always striving for perfection all the time, you're never going to enjoy what you've already done. You can quote that if you like. All right. Lines up. Wonderful. I was on a bit of a moment then. I thought, what if this doesn't line up and I'm on live? And I'm going to look like a right idiot. But luckily, the gods have been with me. I'm not religious, so, you know, it's just... I don't know why I said that. Not that there's anything wrong with being religious, you know, each to their own. Can't believe we've got 11 people in here. That's crazy. Like, yeah. If someone had said to me a year ago that you'll be in your workshop playing around with bits of foam and people on YouTube will come and watch you, I'd have just laughed. I really do appreciate it though, guys. It's like, it's, you know, it's nice to have a little community and have you regular viewers with me. Feel like we've got a little bit of a family going on. Sweet. There we go. So that's there. That's that. There's the Ripsaw blade. So what we need to do now is cut it out. Which is, yeah, fun. What's the time getting like now, to be honest? It's 9 o'clock. I think I'm going to end this here, guys. Yeah, I think this is a good point to end, because if I start cutting this out, it's probably going to take me another half an hour to do this. So yeah, I think we've made a good start, and I'll definitely live stream some more, and we'll get this completed together. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys, and I will see you all in the next one. See you later.